The Copenhagen Test Review. A cerebral spy thriller that turns surveillance inward. Peacock's The Copenhagen Test arrives as a sleek, high-concept entry in the modern spy thriller landscape, and as highlighted in Variety's review, the series leans less on globe-trotting spectacle and more on psychological tension and moral unease. Created by Thomas Brandon, the 8-episode drama blends espionage with science fiction to ask an unsettling question. What happens when the spy is no longer the watcher, but the watched? The series centers on Alexander Hale, Simu Liu, a brilliant intelligence analyst whose life is upended when he discovers his brain has been hacked. Every sight, sound, and decision is silently transmitted to unknown observers, turning Alexander into a living surveillance device. Variety notes that this premise immediately sets the show apart, grounding its thrills in paranoia rather than traditional action set pieces. Simu Liu's performance is a major strength. According to the review, he carries the show with a controlled, increasingly fractured portrayal of a man losing trust not only in his colleagues, but in his own perceptions. As Alexander's reality begins to splinter, the series finds its most compelling moments in quiet scenes of doubt, fear, and moral reckoning. Melissa Barrera, as a mysterious operative with shifting loyalties, adds another layer of intrigue, keeping both Alexander and the audience off balance. The Copenhagen Test also distinguishes itself through tone and structure. Variety points out that the show favors slow-burn tension and intellectual twists over constant momentum. This approach pays off in its most effective episodes, where the narrative folds in on itself and challenges viewers to reconsider what they think they know. However, the review also suggests that this ambition occasionally works against the series, with dense plotting and abrupt turns that may feel more clever than emotionally satisfying. Visually, the show adopts a cool, restrained aesthetic that reinforces its themes of control and observation. Surveillance rooms, sterile offices, and digitally mediated spaces dominate the frame, reflecting a world where privacy has eroded and trust is a liability. The series title becomes symbolic as well, referencing not just a test of intelligence, but a test of loyalty, identity, and free will. Ultimately, Variety frames the Copenhagen Test as a thoughtful, if imperfect, experiment within the spy genre. It may not always stick the landing, but its willingness to interrogate the ethics of surveillance and manipulation gives it a sharp edge. For viewers interested in espionage stories that prioritize psychological depth over explosive action, the Copenhagen Test offers a tense and timely watch, one that lingers in the mind long after the final twist.